Ever felt like you're juggling flaming torches with your to-do list growing by the second? You're not alone. Picture this. Your desk is a mountain of paperwork, your inbox is bursting, and your personal life? Well, let's just say it's on the back burner. Sound familiar? This isn't just about having a lot to do, it's about feeling overwhelmed by life and the tasks at hand, making it all the more tempting to say, I'll deal with it tomorrow. So why do we feel this way? It's simple. When our brains look at a big scary pile of to-dos, they panic. It's like staring at a giant wave coming at you and forgetting how to swim. Your brain's natural response, run away. Nowhere is this more evident than in our work lives. A typical day at the office often feels like a marathon, with one hurdle after another. Deadlines, meetings, overflowing inboxes. These common stressors are all part of the job. But when they pile up, they can create a sense of overwhelming pressure that's hard to escape. Imagine this. You're stuck in a revolving door of responsibilities. As soon as you finish one task, another one pops up. Your to-do list might as well be a hydra, cut off one head and two more sprout in its place. It's like you're trying to keep afloat in a sea of tasks, but the waves just keep coming. This constant, relentless cycle of work-related stressors isn't just exhausting, it's downright debilitating. Deadlines, meetings, emails, it's a never-ending cycle, and it's easy to feel like you're drowning in responsibilities. But here's the good news. You have the power to break free. We're all familiar with that feeling of being stuck in a quicksand pit of tasks, but there's a ladder waiting for you to grab hold of. And that ladder is broken down into manageable steps. So, how do we make the overwhelming, whelming? The answer lies in taking that giant looming to-do list and breaking it down. Instead of staring at the mountain, focus on the first boulder you can move. A project isn't just one colossal task, it's a series of smaller, achievable tasks. Imagine you're standing in front of a pizza. A big, delicious, but daunting pizza. Now you wouldn't try to eat that whole pizza in one bite, would you? Of course not. You'd slice it up and tackle it piece by piece. The same goes for your tasks. Breaking your tasks down into smaller, bite-sized pieces makes them less intimidating and more manageable. This method not only helps you start, but it also keeps you going. Each completed task, no matter how small, is a step forward, a mini victory. And as these victories pile up, they create a wave of momentum that carries you forward. Instead of looking at the entire project, focus on the first step. It's like eating a pizza slice by slice. You don't try to shove the whole thing in your mouth at once, right? Now, let's turn that feeling of being overwhelmed into motivation. It's a bold idea, isn't it? But it's entirely possible. And here's how. Think of each task you have as a small step on a long journey. Each step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to your destination. Every time you complete a task, no matter how tiny, you've achieved something. That's a victory. And victories are sweet. They make us feel capable, confident, and ready to take on the world. So let's start celebrating these small victories. Finish that report? That's a win. Responded to all your emails? Another win. Each win, each completed task, adds fuel to your motivational fire. It's like a snowball effect. The more small tasks you complete, the more motivated you become to tackle the bigger ones. But remember, the key here is to keep the tasks small. If you try to take on too much at once, you'll only end up feeling overwhelmed again. So break down your big tasks into smaller, manageable ones and start ticking them off one by one. Before you know it, you'll find yourself not only managing your overwhelm but using it as a source of motivation. You'll be riding the wave of productivity instead of being crushed by it. And the best part? This isn't just about getting things done, it's about feeling good while doing them. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about what you achieve, but how you feel while achieving it. Remember, it's about building momentum, one small victory at a time. So how do we start? First, take a deep breath. Seriously, do it now. Feels good, right? This simple act of mindful breathing can help reset your stress levels and clear your mind. Now let's roll up our sleeves and dive in. Start by picking just one task, the smallest one you have. It could be as simple as responding to an email or running a quick errand. The aim here is to pick a task that you can complete quickly. Next, set a timer for 5 minutes. During this time, give that task your undivided attention. No checking your phone, no wandering thoughts, just pure focus on the task at hand. The magic of this method lies in its simplicity. By focusing on one task at a time, you're training your brain to stay present and avoid the overwhelm. And remember, it's not about how much you do, but how consistently you do it. You'll be surprised how much you can get done and how much less overwhelmed you feel when you're focused on just one thing. Remember, feeling overwhelmed isn't a life sentence, it's a mental state that signals it's time to switch tactics. We've discussed how to break down tasks into manageable bites, focusing on one thing at a time and celebrating every small win. These simple strategies can help transform a mountain of stress into a stepping stone towards success. Every task you conquer, no matter how small, fuels your motivation, creating a positive momentum that propels you forward. You hold the power to turn the tide, to transform the overwhelming wave into a series of manageable ripples. So what's that one small task you're going to tackle today? Let's take this conversation further. Share it in the comments below. Let's cheer on each other, transforming our collective overwhelm into a force for productivity and positivity. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tips on navigating the challenges of work and life. Here's to facing our tasks head-on and coming out stronger on the other side.